Dorothy, you remember this. I wrote a grant application for $10,000 that allowed us to replace the curtains in the theater. The curtains at that time were probably as old as the theater, and they were getting rather worn and threadbare, and they were repaired and stitched up over and over and over, and they simply just didn't have much life in them. So I did write a grant to the County Bank Foundation, and we received that grant, and we bought those curtains. You remember that, Wendell?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we had a little tour of the theater and invited folks from County Bank to come over and see what their gift had done. And among the folks that came over from County Bank was Wendell. And I didn't know Wendell at that time. And it was probably Maggie Randolph, who I know is here. There she is. Maggie said something like, "You don't know Wendell Olson? You need to get Wendell on our board." And so I'm not sure how it happened, but I'm sure Wendell and I met, and he agreed to come on our board. And he served for 12 years. That's a long time. In fact, I'll tell you the truth. We don't have term limits on the foundation board, and we brought it up several times throughout the years. But someone would always say, if you have term limits, you're going to lose Wendell. So we don't have term limits because of Wendell. But Wendell became not only very important to the college and the foundation, but to me as well. And he calls me son, and I call him dad. He's been like a father to me, certainly. Been a great mentor to me. And in those early years, Wendell would take me around to various events that he was going to. We would go to the Rotary barbecues and some other events around town, and Wendell would grab me and introduce me to someone and say, "This is Robin Shepard. He's the executive director of the Merced College Foundation," as though I were someone really important. And I think maybe later on I began to believe it myself. But Wendell thought I was important. And I know that because of our personal relationship. Wendell stayed with us for so long. And he has been one of the very best board members I could have possibly have had. He was the first board member that I recruited for the board, and a generous spirit, a generous heart, and someone who's always been an encourager. I think that is one of the best words to describe Wendell. So this day is to really say thank you to our friend Wendell Olson, and to honor him with something that will be here for a long, long time, which is this beautiful space that we will invite the community to enjoy when we have events here. And so when anybody comes into this space, they'll know that this is the Wendell Olson